So, scene 1. Luke is in the Arctic on a planet. I know... Oh, it's called, like, Gad or something like that.
Okay.
So he's on that planet, and he gets attacked by something that looks like a camel, but it's not. No, he's going to go inside the camel. Later. We're not there yet. He gets attacked by something. It's not great. There's blood in the snow. Mm-hmm. Princess Leia and Han Solo are, like, doing some work on, like, a rebel base type situation, right?
Yeah.
Han's like, okay, I'm leaving. And she's like, what? After all this time? But I'm in love with you. No, she doesn't say that at all. Right. She's like, okay, bye. And he's like, don't play it so cool. I know you're in love with me. Now, cut to scene with Darth Vader, who's like, oh. Sorry, I sneezed into your sweater.
That's okay.
I want to get Luke Skywalker. I wonder where he is. And he's with, he keeps killing people. He's with, like, his cronies.
Yeah.
And they're like, the rebels are on Gad. And he's like, I knew that. You're useless to me. I'm going to kill you. Okay, now you're the chief. All right, we're going to go to Gad, though. We have to kill them. And then back at the rebel base, Leia and Han are like, wait a minute. This is ridiculously late for Luke not to be back. He's got to be back. There's something wrong. We have to go. And they're like, no. We have to shut the doors to this area. If Luke's out there, he's dead already. Don't worry about it. And they're like, no, that's our friend. So Han's like, I'll go get him. So he goes out on this camel-like thing. Luke, in the meantime, has hallucinated Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mm-hmm. And he says something like, it's wildly important. Too bad I don't remember. But it's driving. It's going to drive... This vision drives Luke. Now Luke is freezing to death, so Han puts him inside the camel. And he's like, it might smell bad. Yeah. So now whenever they get back, Luke's okay. Now it looks like Princess Leia likes him, and it's like, good for you. Luke splits up from Han and Leia, and he's like, all right, I'm going to go find Yoda. Mm-hmm. I have to learn to use the Force. But you guys, do what you have to do. It's important.
Yeah.
So they board the Falcon with Chewbacca and C-3PO and R2-D2. No. Where is R2-D2?
He's with Luke.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's totally with Luke. Yeah. So Luke finds Yoda, who we know is Yoda. He doesn't know is Yoda. And he's like, oh, you're so annoying. And Yoda's like, annoying I'm not. And Yoda, like, cooks him dinner. And he's like, this soup is gross. And he's like, I just want to meet Yoda. And Yoda's like, patience you must have. Yeah. And we're going to put a pin in that for a sec. Because Han is, like, really trying to, like, get with Leia. Mm-hmm. And they're also being pursued by the Empire. So he has a lot on his plate right now. And he also is like, wait a minute, I have an idea. Let's drive through this meteor shower. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you're being ridiculous. You're going to get us killed. You don't have to do this to impress me. I just want to live. And he's like, no, they're never going to go through a meteor shower. I can do this. And, like, we know he can. And he does. But the Empire still is chasing them. Not great. Put a pin in that. Unstick the pin from Luke. Yoda's like, Yoda I am. I'll teach you to use the Force. So he's, like, teaching very much, like, Karate Kid-esque. And Luke's, like, getting okay. He, like, can move things with his mind. So that's good. There's a lot of snakes where they are.
Yeah.
They're in, like, a bog. Mm-hmm. Then Luke finds out his friends are in danger. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I have to go be with them. They're my friends. Mm-hmm. Yoda's like, not a wise choice. Luke's like, sorry, they're my friends. Bad mistake, because it's a trap. We're going to find this out in a minute. Mm-hmm. So Han and Leia and C-3PO and Chewbacca decide they're going to, seek refuge at his friend's house. I don't know what his friend's name is. Like, Nick. But it's not.
What's his friend's last name?
Bad guy.
All right, so they're going to Nick Bad Guy. And what planet does he live on?
I don't know, but it's a fun one.
Tell me about that.
I'd want a vacation there. Han's like, all right, listen, I know him because I'm a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Like an outlaw.
Right.
He's a gambler. Like, he owes a lot of money to people. He doesn't have good character, but this is our best shot of being safe. Right. So we have to trust him. We have no other choice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we already are a little suspicious. Gets there, the friend gives him a big hug. So good to see you. Come, let me show you, like, my palace. So he's giving him a tour of the palace, and then they open up the dining room, and they're like, oh, just kidding, you're having dinner with the Imperial Army and Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, that sucks. That's not what we wanted. You set us up.
Right.
You don't see the dinner, but it would have been interesting. But now they're prisoners. Before this happened, C-3PO opened the closet and was like, what are you doing? And they, like, chop him up.
Yeah.
And he's in, like, a basement getting repaired by Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Gets repaired. He's just a big mix-up mess.
Yeah.
Big scrambled robot. This has been a setup to get Luke to come there so that they can cryo-freeze Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, because Darth Vader says, I want him dead or alive. I want him alive, I guess. So then they practice freezing Han, and they freeze him, and then Box? No, Bosk.
His name's not Box.
So he is the one who escorts him. That's why he's a beloved character. No, that's not who does it. The other guy who I said, why is he so beloved? Uh-oh. What? No, you have to tell me his name.
Starts with a B.
Oh, that's not helpful.
B-O.
Box.
It's not him.
No, you know, the guy, he has, like, it's like a weird mask where it's like, why is there space there? There shouldn't be space there if there's no face. Boba.
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I got you. Great. So Boba Fett takes him away.
Yeah.
Eventually they get to, like, that bridge I was talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fighting Darth Vader. And classic, Darth Vader's like, hey, I'm your dad. Luke's like, what? No. I mean, this is not good news. You know, there's lightsabers involved. He got his hand chopped off, right?
Yeah.
He did? Oh, thank you. I was going to say he got his hand chopped off. But I was thinking, like, that can't be true. No, he did, because at the very end of the movie, he's in, like, the hospital bed thing that he was in before when he was frozen. And he has a new hand. And Princess Leia kisses him. Happily ever after. Just kidding. It's definitely set up for a third movie. I was, like, ready to keep watching. That's all I know. Because I know it's spelled differently than I thought it would be spelled.